Hey folks, Russ here again, and we're having more Daisy Lever gun fun. What could be more fun than using our imagination? Today we're going to talk about something that I imagined would be an incarnation of Grandpap's favorite rifle. Now you know what Grandpaps are like, right? They get onto a gun, they use them for years and years, they pass it down through the generations after them. Well, I don't happen to have anything like that in my stash here, so I used my imagination and thought, what would Grandpap's rifle look like? Well, it would be something like this. This is a gun that started out as a regular 111 Model 40 and made a few changes, something Grandpap might be proud of. The old worn surface, a lot of it was already there, but I enhanced it a little bit. Did a little 4/0 steel wool on it to bring out a lot of the character in the gun. I also thought to myself, Grandpap probably had a lever action gun that had one of those brass escutcheons on the side in front of the loading port, probably brass on the forearm band, and maybe even brass on that front sight. Grandpap would really enjoy this one, I think. And do you remember whenever Grandpap had his guns that they started out with a real nice red enhanced stain, but he put so much oil on them they turned almost brown? Now we have something like that. Now these are new pieces of wood, of course, but to tell you the truth, I think this is what Grandpaps all over the world would end up with after years and years. So let's just talk about what we did to this gun here. If you recall from one of the prior videos, the 11140 had the low pivoting point, but I wanted to be able to use a new or modern style cocking lever on it. So instead of trying to change the cocking lever, I changed the rifle to meet it. If you look in here, we cut back the bridge a little bit across in front of the trigger. Cut this up a little bit to accommodate the lever. Raised the pivot point for the screw. And we're able to use, this is one of the metal Daisy cocking levers. And we're able to do that, and the gun cocks really well every time. Of course, this is not brass. This is an enhancement with a little bit of enamel paint that I used on the trigger. I wanted to change this lever because, after all, Grandpap would not have a lever like this that was hard for a man to get his hands into. So we're able to take this one, and after heating it up and repositioning a little bit of the bottom of that loop, it's now big enough for a man to stick his hands in there. And that's just how Grandpap would have used his rifle. Of course, we used a little bit of stain and paint and rub on top of here to age it a little bit. The only part that still looks shiny is wherever the metal rubs itself. Here's a little bit right here. The rest of it is tarnished from sweat and so forth. So this is what I envision in my imagination that a Grandpap would have in his old trusty rifle. Something like this. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this one. Use your imagination, and if you have anything that you've imagined and you'd like to talk about it, well, give me a holler. Don't forget to subscribe, and you'll get notices whenever these videos come up. Well, this is Russ with the short video today about Grandpap's rifle, and we'll talk to you later.